Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 57 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes. And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll only be a loss him a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
1st down, Washington.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Daniels.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
This one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Third and 2.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyquan Thornton. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They got 29 yards that time.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Second and 3 at the Chiefs' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 3.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a third down coming up.
To the air goes Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's fourth down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Daniel's going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. He's going to try and do this himself.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Gay's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Well, if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
13 yards.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Mahomes to throw once more. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
His pass caught at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right, that run after catch.
Now here's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Daniels looking to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Daniels.
Steps away to his left.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And finally down at the 36-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 35. And the Washington first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought down by Drew Tranquill. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Daniels.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased if they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs first down up near the 40-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Daniels.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
To the air goes Daniels.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lane. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 70 yards.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Chiefs 20.
So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Washington.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Chiefs, 1st down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Third down and 10.
Now Mahomes.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Chris Jones on the stop.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Throw left side complete. That's Lane. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down, Commanders.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Right back to him on first down. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Back to throw. Daniels. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A 37-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Gay is on for the point after.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum. Great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
At the 26-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
To throw is Daniels.
He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
They'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Daniels.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A gain of 7 that time, second and goal.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
McNichols diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And this pass caught by Gray.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And again, it's Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Tyquan Thornton, the one he was looking for.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but
maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Daniels looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Washington first down.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To the air goes Daniels.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
Now Remigio.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out come the Chiefs now.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now here's Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Now Mahomes got to have this one.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the run, it's McNichols. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Commanders 37.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Matt Gay to
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd
So many
and
things
10.
have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Isaiah Pacheco. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw once more. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the left side, completion to Rice.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
23 yards to pick up there.
City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard
So
line.
signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
27.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.